And most importantly, every member of the 23-person crew that was on board when this started tonight, they have been safely evacuated. So no injuries confirmed here, but you can see the massive fire response on the ground and out here in the water as well. So LA Fire Department, Long Beach Fire Department, and then Port Police and Customs as well. And look at this stream of water from one of these fireboats as they try and get this under control. Just imagine the heat of this electrical fire for it to spread from below deck to these containers. And it looks to me like the top row of containers, whatever cargo is enclosed in those containers, that's now burning too. But the smoke is light in color, which is always a good sign.
Massive fire.
Come around here on the south
shout
side
out,
of
shout
this
out
container ship. You
to
can see the
Stainless.
ground
Thank you so much,
response.
man.
LAFD. They've got their ladder crews here. Again, more than 120 firefighters just from this one department assigned to this. They've got their hazmat team, their air ops on this as well. So it really is all hands on deck. Again, no injuries reported, and every member of that 23-person crew on board the 1 Henry Hudson, they have been safely evacuated.
San Diego? I don't know. Wow, look at that. Ooh.
You see where this fireboat is shining a spotlight on this column of containers. They're blasting water on this, not because we're seeing open flames, but because I think they're trying to get the temperature down. We can't actually see from overhead where the fire originated. I think it was deep in the belly of this container ship. But again, what the LA City Fire Department is reporting at this point is that it is believed to be an electrical fire that started below deck and quickly spread to multiple levels of this container ship. And whatever is in these containers now appears to be burning as well. Look at this plume of smoke coming out the top of it. This is despite multiple fire departments blasting this with water from all sides. And flying down here from Pacoima, we could see this smoke for more than 15 miles out.
You think it's gonna sink? Just going down? Where's everybody at? I know I don't have any notifications.
So
I guess
down toward Long Beach, San Pedro tonight, wondering what this smoke is. It is this container ship fire. No injuries reported. We're not seeing any wider impacts to traffic. And speaking of wider impacts, as we consider the investigation into this and how long this ship might be docked here after they get the fire out, you got to wonder about what this is going to do to the supply chain. And we saw earlier this year when containers came off of another cargo ship down at this same ports complex. how that berth had to be shut down for quite some time. So although, again, no injuries have been reported here, the impacts, the consequences of this could be significant.
Big ass fire, man. Wow. California. No doubt about it. In the city of Compton.
Yeah, no indication as to what is in these containers, what might be burning. But we did take a look at shipping data, and it looks like this ship, the one Henry Hudson, was last docked in Tokyo.
Massive fire, man. California.
I'm going to zoom in here and show you how the plume of smoke that seemed to be coming from the top of this stack of containers, that is lightening up, but now there's
Wow.
a separate cloud of
Like
smoke
the banner.
coming from between these two stacks. So whatever is happening below deck, definitely still burning as this firefight continues, primarily from the water, the north side of this vessel.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. Let's see.
Fortunately, this looks fairly contained. We haven't seen this spread to other parts of the harbor.
Really contained. Okay.
Docked out here.
Hmm. Crazy. I'm gonna try something. We're gonna test something out. Let's see if this works. Hmm. Forgot. Let's see.
If you haven't already, make sure you download
Oh
the
shit.
Rumble app. It's
Oh.
free, it's simple
What?
to use, and the easiest way to get notified when I go live. Once you've got it, just search for my channel, hit follow. That way you'll never miss another stream, no miss breaking news, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Download it on your phone to go or fire it up on your smart TV. Rumble is everywhere. Just search my channel, It Could Mel, hit follow, and then you're locked in for the next live show.
Okay, it worked. Yes, I'm also on Rumble, so check me out over there. It worked. The test worked. Amazing. Didn't this yard have a collapsed pile of crates recently? I don't know. Let me look up the details. Long Beach. Oh, still Long Beach. There you go. Barely, like no information. Oh, till I hear him say. Wow, man, look at the visuals we're getting. Sky visuals. There's no audio, by the way, on their end. Yeah, if that ship would have went down, man, I'm sure there's a lot of money on that cargo ship. Imagine the product, maybe millions. They can't let that ship go down. Wow. What a view. I wouldn't want to be on the boat after. You think I want to ride on that boat after or be a part of the crew? Hell. Titanic. Fuck that. Back then. Back. Timu cargo ship. I don't shop on Temu either. Wow. Maybe it's fentanyl on the cargo ship. We can't let that go to waste. Oh, ABC7? Let me check it out. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, thank you, Layla.
Make sure the firefighters are fighting this fire as safely as possible and then trying to strategize how to put this fire out. But needless to say, Mark, it's a delicate situation for so many obvious reasons, but just from the chatter that we're hearing,
Hello?
they are kind of preparing for the worst case scenario
ABC7,
here.
yeah,
They are genuinely fearful that as these containers start to catch on fire one by one, and just from the nature of this picture
This
right
is
here,
massive.
you can see there is smoke coming from the furthest left all the way to the water side, from the dock side all the way to the water side of this ship, the port side, I should say, all the way to the water side where that water is coming from. So there are multiple, many dozens of containers by my vantage point that appear to be on fire. There are also specific sections of this ship that are specifically meant for hazardous materials. So that hopefully will give them some degree of capability to at least try and isolate or contain the fire to one section of the ship. Whether they're successful in doing that, we will see. But that is one of the things that I am hearing, that there is actually specific sections of the ship that are designated for hazardous materials. But how far this fire spreads really is still anybody's guess. But just the size of this ship, some of these ships, Mark, I don't know the exact capacity for this particular ship, but some of these ships can carry dozens of, I mean, upwards of 15 to 20,000 containers on one ship. I don't know what the exact capacity is here, but you can see from this shot, we're dealing with many containers just where the smoke is coming from. So it really is a challenging firefight.
It is, and they're going to have to look at the ship's manifest. That will give them the clues and all the information really that they need about what's in these containers, where it is, and ultimately they can determine how best to fight the fire. So hopefully they're getting that information. And just some very brief information that I was able to glean from the chatter as you've been listening as well, is that some of these containers contain some sort of petroleum fuel or petroleum products in there. That's a good shot of the LA Fire Department's boat that is used for firefighting here. And the amount of water that it can bring to bear is pretty striking. And so they're doing the best they can to get it. And there's a good shot of the fact that you can see that down below, at the bottom where the containers are is where some of the fire is. You see some of the smoke dissipating now through there. And also, as you mentioned, on the dock side of the ship, where it appears that it is also concentrated. I know very little to nothing about matters maritime, but it would make sense that you would want hazardous materials to be in the most stable part of the ship, the place where there's the least amount of rocking, where there is the most stable part of the ship, which I would think would be somewhere amidships. So if that is the case, then that's probably where that stuff is located. But of course, we'll hopefully find all that information out as we watch this fire being fought. And it does seem they are making some progress. It seems like the smoke is not as thick as it was initially when you got on scene in terms of thick black smoke, but it's certainly not over yet. You see the firefighters standing there to the side. I don't know how many, if any, have boarded the ship to try to fight the fire from there, or if they're going to try to do it from the outside using the fireboat and the fire hoses from the land-based fire trucks that are even now still pulling up to deal with this. And it's been described, as you said, as a hazardous materials sort of an operation. They're preparing for that sort of eventuality.
Thank you. Cags and bacon. Thank you for the
shot really of just the area that we're talking about is the Port of Long Beach, or the Port of Los Angeles. LA City is the agency that is responding. LA City Fire here. And off to the side there, all sorts of areas for loading of ships, of container ships, unloading of container ships, fueling of container ships. All of this stuff is geared toward cargo. Look at all the containers that have already been removed, we presume, from this ship. So a good portion of the cargo has been taken off in the hours or in the 10 hours or so that it has been in port. And then something happened and a fire ignited in several of the containers, and that's what we're dealing with and seeing right now.
Yeah, that's right, Mark, and I want to kind of recap the firefighting effort that we're dealing with here. This is being led by LA City Fire. The initial firefighting effort started by the crew members on board this ship at the time this fire broke out. So they were immediately on scene to try and handle this fire with the existing equipment that they have on board. Potentially
look at that.
even sprinkler systems that I would
A lot of
imagine
firefighters.
are probably installed on a ship this modern. You can see there are firefighters now from the city of LA and other agencies. I'm not exactly sure which ones are providing mutual aid, but I do believe there are other departments that are helping out with this. But this is being led by LA City Fire. Firefighters are on board the ship. They are keeping their distance. They're trying to be really judicious with the number of firefighters that they place on this ship and make sure everybody has the tools that they need. Mainly the breathing apparatus necessary to fight this fire, because this smoke is emanating with very, very hazardous fumes. And so they are very conscious of that. Everybody, I believe, on board in that shot, we'll try and get a close-up there again, but I believe everybody is wearing a mask. That was the instructions that I heard go out over the radio. They want everybody wearing masks, and a bulk of the fire trucks that have responded out here are actually keeping their distance from the physical ship. So they've parked the trucks a little bit of a ways away from the ship. They are hiking now onto the ship, and you can see firefighters now actually in the midst of those containers to try and use the technology at their disposal, including infrared and night vision technology, to isolate the hottest containers that are the source of this fire. So they've got lots of tools at their disposal here. This is obviously one of the most highly technical and most highly trained fire departments in the country, and they are prepared to handle a fire here at the port. Again, like you said, my knowledge of maritime matters are limited, but when it comes to fighting a fire like this, this is something that they do train for. They are prepared for. So it's just a trickier fire than your typical structure fire, but it is something that they are equipped to do and equipped to handle. But with that said, as I said, with the hazardous materials that are on this ship, it is a volatile situation that is precarious when you consider how tightly packed these ships are, with all of those containers butt up against each other and stacked to the hilt to try and transport as many goods as possible. It is a real maze in there, and the ships underneath those containers, the ships themselves, I heard firefighters actually were going into manholes in that ship to give you an idea of the tight quarters that they are dealing with to venture through the underbelly of this ship. So, you can only imagine how difficult it might be to fight a fire like this. But I think we can rest assured that this is probably the best trained firefighting, department in the country to do it. I mean, this is one of the largest ports in the country, and they prepare for situations just like this.
Indeed, and a lot of preparation it would take, because this is a dangerous thing to be dealing with. These containers that weigh tons, and these very, very narrow hallways, if you want to call them, in between the containers that they've got to make their way through to try to get to where the fire is, and whether the fire itself, whether the heat from the fire could cause some instability among those containers. Who could forget the images we saw a few weeks ago at the port, where a lot of containers fell off of a ship. They just started falling. We hope, obviously, that doesn't happen here, and if they maintain their structural integrity, it will not. But that is another issue that has to be on the minds of the people who are fighting this fire, that you want to make sure that these containers stay stable, that you get that fire out as quickly and as soon as possible, get the whole thing cooled down so that the containers themselves don't deform and perhaps cause a greater risk to people on and around that ship. Again, this container ship, the 1 Henry Hudson, a Panamanian flagged vessel that left Tokyo for Los Angeles. It is now here. It's been here for 10 hours. It weighs some 98,000 tons. It's 1,100 feet long, which sounds huge, and it is huge, but it's a cargo ship, and it's not the biggest one out there. It is 1,000 feet long, 1,100 feet long, some 45 meters wide, and we don't know how many containers it's capable of carrying or what it is capable of carrying, but you can see it is a lot. Some of the cargo already, it appears, has been unloaded. A lot of it's still there and causing a lot of trouble at this point for the firefighters. We're hoping to get more information on the manifest and what is exactly contained in these containers to see if that may alter in some way how they fight the fire and may give a clue as to how the fire began. We're getting an update now from
Black Friday
our
deals.
folks at the desk who are trying to find out this information that we've been seeking. I'm just going to read a statement from the LA Fire Department. This was at 8 p.m., released at 8 p.m. Hazardous materials have been identified in the involved bays. That's per the ship's manifest. All LAFD members on scene are fully encapsulated and breathing through their breathing apparatus. Marine units, that's the fire boats, they're cooling the outside of the ship to make the conditions on board more tenable. Incident Command has instructed that no firefighting personnel go below deck. And this is key. At 7:58 p.m., Chris, an explosion was noted mid-deck. That has affected power, and including lights and crane operations on the ship. The good news, no one's been injured. Excuse me. 15 crew members have been, safely evacuated.
Is he inhaling the chemicals and shit? Is he there on site?
They are making sure that the ship is stable. It is stable, despite the large amount of water being used for the suppression of this fire. And so far, the ship appears to be stable and not in danger of sinking or listing in any direction. But that's the latest. That's the latest information from the LA City Fire Department.
Hey there, Mark. I'm back with you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
So just dipping in and out of the radio traffic here, starting to get a little bit more of a complete assessment of what they're dealing with in there. They're basically looking at the section of containers that are burning right now, and essentially, based on the heat signatures coming from those containers, there are at least a half a dozen that are fully involved. And at this point, it is very likely that they are going to write off a large chunk of this vessel and really just protect the exposures surrounding the group of containers that you see on fire right now. There is really no good way for them to fight the fire inside the containers. So a bulk of these containers, they expect, essentially, will start catching on fire one by one. They're doing their best right now to try and pinpoint what is fueling this fire. They do not have a great handle on what is fueling the fire.
Bill, we got a little over
they just
an hour
know that
left
there
on
are
station.
a variety of hazardous materials
I've got no reception
on board
down
the
here.
ship in this
we're in the
section
backup
of
ship
the
without
ship.
the Starlink, so
but
no texts
essentially,
coming through.
they don't have a great way of accessing it. So what they're going to try and do is get as much foam into the area to allow them to basically blanket these containers with foam. I don't see any foam in place yet, but I did hear that. And then eventually work mainly on protecting the remainder of the ship and its containers. So you can see a bulk of the flames and smoke coming from a very specific section. They're literally in the process of counting the number of containers that are at risk here, but for all intents and purposes, you can expect that just judging from
hey, Bill, you cut out there. Last thing I heard was just before a explosion
that a large
noted
chunk of those containers
mid-deck.
are
Explosion mid-deck? That's what you said? Explosion mid-deck?
Fire from spreading to adjacent structures. It sounds like it's the same tactic that they would use on land as what they're using here for these containers.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a defensive posture with the exception of obviously whatever they can
6
spray from a
unaccounted for.
distance onto that
2 on board.
hottest container section.
15 evacuated.
6 unaccounted for? So are they saying there's missing people and stuff? It sounds like that's what they're
Copy
saying.
that. Thank you.
Perfect time to leave on a cliffhanger. Copy. Thank you. 6 unaccounted for. Thank you. Bye. Boop. Bloop, bloop. Yeah, no, it's just 6. That's all. No big deal. What the?
Really extinguishing the flames that we're seeing here. This is likely a fire that will burn well into tomorrow, and perhaps even beyond that.
Yeah, depending on what's inside the containers, what's burning, there's certainly plenty of it, and there's plenty of fuel, plenty of places for this to go, and just the idea is to keep it contained, as you are saying, and it does seem like the smoke it is billowing more. Perhaps another container's going up. We did hear that, according to the LA Fire, that an explosion happened a little before 8 o'clock, 7:58 p.m., an explosion mid-deck, which is where this fire is, and that's affected the power and the lights. Now, luckily, the ship is moored, and it is not under power. It's not underway, I suppose is what you would call it. So it's not dependent on this to try to control the ship or anything like that. It's stable, it is static, and for that reason, the loss of the power is not as bad a situation as it would be if this ship were on its way into the harbor or trying to navigate the harbor. Then you've got a whole different sort of situation. So the news is good from that aspect of it, but now they're going to try to account for the 6 crew members who are unaccounted for at this point. It's a huge ship, so
Holy
they could literally
shit.
be anywhere. They could be sheltering in place somewhere. They could have left the ship and not been accounted for that way. So we're waiting for more information on those other 6 crew members. 15 crew members have safely evacuated, 2 confirmed still on board, and 6 unaccounted for. Again, this is the 1 Henry Hudson. That is some 1,100 feet long, 45 meters wide, and full of containers. At least it was when it arrived here in the port of Los Angeles 10 hours ago today. And now there's that fire that is burning that is visible throughout the port of Los Angeles. And periodically it seems like it looks like steam coming out, like they're making progress. Then the smoke gets darker. And again, it's because they can't really go inside and go in there and fight it. There are specific things that they're being told that firefighters are not being allowed to do. One of them is to go below deck. They don't want anybody going below deck on this ship to try to deal with this in any way. It's too dangerous. We'd like to find out more about the specific items that are contained in these containers that are burning. May not be able to get that, at least not right now. But as you said, Chris, it could be a very long time before this thing is extinguished.
Mark, just continuing to dip in and out of the chatter here. So it does sound like there's been some real conversation about actually trying to unload the section of containers that are on fire while this fire is burning.
Wow.
But the decision really appears to be leaning towards just leaving it alone. So they're really trying to weigh their options here, but I think it sounds like removing additional containers to access the main body of flames is just not going to be in the cards. So it does look like they are going to continue to let this fire burn in at least 2 of those rows and then work on protecting the remainder of the containers here. But they have a lot of equipment down there, and they are using infrared technology to isolate at least a handful of the containers where they see this fire spreading. Unfortunately, it sounds to me like the containers that are posing the biggest threat here are somewhere near the bottom of the pile, essentially.
Yeah.
So terrible news from that standpoint, which is essentially leading them to just say, listen, let's just focus on figuring out what's burning, what the risk here is, and then defend the rest of the ship.
Right. And, you know, we're talking millions of dollars potentially going up in smoke.
That's what
here.
it is.
This is all, we presume, merchandise or something.
It's not about the missing people. It's about the millions of dollars. And that's why they're acting so fast. That's what it's about.
Whatever, we don't know.
I mean, it's
but,
part the missing people,
commerce,
kind of part
course,
of it,
the
but
billions of dollars.
trust me,
it's
it's the product in these crates and cargo. You got to move quick
on this ship. So, you know, when you're the firefighter's job is to preserve life and property in that order. They're going to try to find out about these 6 unaccounted for crew members, and in the meantime, also they want to see if they can possibly save some property. And the property that they may be able to save is just the containers that are not directly involved with the fire, and of course the ship itself,
overpriced property,
which shows no danger at this point of suffering any sort of structural problems, based on what we've been told by the fire department. But they're going to try their best to save what they can. It's just that the debate about what they can save and how they can save it appears to be leaning toward just letting these containers burn and not allowing them to not allowing the fire to spread to any other parts of the ship. And also look for, hopefully, and find those crew members who are unaccounted for.
Right.
We'll mention that at firefighters know have a very good idea.
That's a big deal.
The
missing people.
What's burning, and where it is. They just it's about accessing it, and they're not going to put themselves at risk of death to try to access this fire. It's just too dangerous to go into the ship under, below deck. And so they're fighting it from the outside with these really massive streams of water being produced by the LA Fire Department's fire boats. That's one of them right there.
Yeah, what a crazy event. I hope those people are okay. I don't know. I hope those people...
It looks to me, Mark, like there are dividers almost, and just kind of listening to the chatter as well, there's bulkhead dividers in between each couple of rows of containers. And it sounds like they're basically measuring those and figuring out how long it's going to take to essentially flood those bulkheads with water. They're just going to continue to pour water into the hull of that ship, or not the hull of the ship, but in the bulkheads where those containers are stacked up, I should say, and basically flood that section of the ship. And then you would imagine, as the fire continues to spread amidst all the containers, those containers at some point are likely to start collapsing themselves. I mean, it would make sense, but we haven't seen anything collapse yet. But if this fire continues at this pace, I mean, we can't see all of the flames. We see a lot of smoke, but obviously what we can't see is the intensity of the flames within these containers that are producing all this smoke. And that really is going to tell them a lot. Once again, they can figure out what's burning. They really don't have a great handle yet, from what I can tell, in terms of what other materials may be burning. But that'll help them in terms of deciding or figuring out the rate of spread here, the intensity of the fire, and kind of come up with more of a long-term prognostication for the destiny of this portion of the ship. But essentially, you do have these individual bulkheads that are divided by firewalls, and essentially they're just going to fill it up. And that tugboat and the firefighting vessels in the water there, they have unlimited amount of water, right? They're getting that water directly from the port, and just pressurizing it and pumping it into that ship.
Yeah, and just a word about those fireboats. I think the one we're looking at here is Fireboat 2. Fireboat 2 can produce 17,000 gallons per minute.
Damn, that thing is strong.
Fireboat 4, it can produce 10,000 gallons per minute, which raises an interesting question. And this is why they were monitoring the water line. They're actually monitoring whether the ship, its height in the water is changing, because you don't pour a bunch of water onto a ship. That's not something that you you want to have to do, because that can affect, the water has weight. And so I think it's a good thing that much of the cargo has been removed. So it has, there's a lot of weight that's already been taken off the ship. But they are monitoring the water line and making sure that things don't, that the water that's being poured onto the ship doesn't weigh it down. And of course, there's some drainage there that shows where the water is coming out, but it's coming out a lot slower than it's being poured on at 10,000 gallons per minute from one of the fireboats, and some 7,000 gallons per minute, or 17,000 from the other. That's that heavy stream concentration, and that's of course for extreme emergencies when a ship is on fire. So they're using that water, they're using it judiciously, and they're using it in a way that they hope can impact the spread of the fire and keep it from moving to the other containers. And we'll see the effect as the night wears on.
Okay, let me see the chat. How you guys doing? You guys behaving?
Oh, okay. I'm told that someone familiar with matters maritime and this particular company says it's pronounced O-N-E, not one. It's O-N-E, Henry Hudson. That is the name of the ship. You see the number of the number of containers there bearing that same logo.
O-N-E. Don't disrespect the name.
Is the name of the company that operates this vessel. It is.
Okay. Excuse me. I know there's people missing it and unaccounted for, but I'm a little concerned about the pronunciation and the annotations, and so you better make sure you pronounce it correctly. I think ABC has a better quality, right? Or I don't know. I was gonna almost make ABC the main screen and switch off, but I don't know.
An ongoing concern when we find out more about the status of all the people who are or were on board the vessel. We will, of course, relay that to you. In the meantime, we're watching more water being poured onto it. The unloading of the vessel has, of course, halted. Chris, you mentioned that they were actually talking about trying to unload some of the containers that are adjacent to the fire.
Yeah, that was one of the considerations, but I can only imagine that there's probably a number of reasons they decided not to do that. There's just probably too much risk, I would imagine, involved in that. Also, you could risk possibly destabilizing the stack of containers even more potentially. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, you have the air quality issues. I mean, most of this is robotic and automated anyways. These are not heavily manned cranes, although there are men on these cranes. Personnel, if you will, but for any number of reasons, they've decided, trying to unload these containers just is not the best course of action. So right. It really is a matter of trying to limit the damage and figuring out which sections of these containers they're going to write off, let it burn. They're going to catch on one by one. They can.
So I was made aware there's some guy named Ruffles in the chat that was supposedly threatening me or something. Ruffles. It's a brand new account. They made their account 3 months ago. I can get one of my friends to pull up on your address. I can make a trip to come see you. Now I want some answers. Let me just tell you something, man. Stop talking about it and be about it. Come see me then. All right? If you're going to come see me, come fucking see me. This chat shit and your anonymous account, your little coward pussy hiding, come see me then. And if you're not going to do anything, just shut the fuck up. All right? I'm going to come see you. I'm going to pull up on your ad, blah, blah, blah. Just come then.
Is responding to an electrical fire on a container ship at the port
See
of
what
Los
happens.
Angeles. First responders
Florida,
are on
baby.
the scene with more than 100 firefighters working to suppress the fire, and port police are working to assist the crew to safety. LAFD hazardous materials companies are
Stop talking about it and being on the internet. Just come do it.
Suppression continues. That note from the mayor, Karen Bass, just released about 15 minutes ago. So the mayor's keeping track of this, as are the leadership of the
Felony
fire
Fridays.
the new fire
Felony
chief,
Friday.
Jamie Moore, who is keeping an eye on this, we presume. and is directing the response, or one of his commanders at least, directing the response to this. And so far, they're doing what they can based on the situation that they have in front of them. We are going to keep an eye on this as we continue to watch this. We're going to take a break now, and we will rejoin our coverage of this fire on the container ship.
Come see me. Send me your name and your address
Henry
too,
Hudson,
and your phone
in
number.
The Port of Los Angeles, coming up tonight on
I bet you won't do
Eyewitness
that.
News at 11. Of course, if anything changes, if the fire is put out, if it gets worse, if anything else happens, we of course will come back on with you and let you know about it. Until then, Mark Brown and Chris Christie reporting for ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Don't leave. There's 6 people missing. What the hell? Or maybe it's just a commentary. Maybe they'll still keep showing the feed. Oh yeah. It's just I guess.
7 News Desk. Yep.
Yeah, I guess the commentary maybe is over. So I don't know. The fire is pretty strong. Big cargo ship. There's a lot of money. Got to be a lot of money. Millions in this cargo ship. And this, I guess the main company is One. O-N-E. Don't mispronounce it or they'll call the news station and correct you. Excuse me. I know our products are burning, but fix the pronunciation, sir. And so, and they do look like they have a lot of crates on there. And I saw some people in the chat mentioning maybe lithium batteries, maybe possibly lithium. It could be all kinds of flammable or explosive products. This ship is not going to be able to leave for a while. They're probably going to have to take off all these crates. It needs a full inspection. Oh, yeah, they did cut off. So ABC got off. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Lithium would probably explode though, right? Like it, boom. I mean, I don't know. Or would it catch fire? Just catch fire. Let me see if I can find any other feeds. I think KTLA was out there too, I thought. Okay, NBC I have. NBC were live. NBC doesn't have any audio, but they're live. Let me check KTLA. Which port is this? I believe it's in Long Beach. I don't know. Hold on. This article says San Pedro. Yeah, this article says fires on container ship in San Pedro. Oh, I think. Let me see. Okay, KTLA is out there. Yeah, we got KTLA.
You're the front of the boat or the bow of the boat.
The quality is not that great, but we'll just keep it on the side.
Hey, Rick. Can we just slide this way? Yeah, to the left. We're gonna move our helicopter a little bit to look through this gap here.
Let me check it out.
At the smoke that's coming up from that side. In the meantime, the fire department hitting that spot dead on there. You can see they're hitting that gap between the two stacks. They want to keep the stack on the right
here, where the
fire.
seat of the
stack
fire
on the left is the one that's on fire, but it is only 2 containers so far. They're saying down below the deck of the ship.
Kical's a nice
that's
feed.
on fire and difficult times for firefighters to try to knock down those flames. You can see the smoke still about the same amount that we've been seeing for the last couple minutes. Although when we first arrived, it seemed like there was more smoke coming out of the fire. We're going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving to the left here to look through that gap.
Sorry.
containers is a fairly decently sized hole, and that's what they're having to put the water in to try to get the fire out. That's what's underneath of there, and because that hole is not as big as they want it to be, they want to move these containers that are all right here so they can have better access to the seat of the fire. But there is concern about moving the containers because of the volatility of what might be inside. So until they can figure this out a little bit better, as of this point, they don't want to move any of these containers that are here. But the fire crews that are fighting the fire say, if you don't move those containers, we can't get to this small access hole that's down here to try to get the fire under control. So it's this kind of give and take, and right now they're just a little bit content with pouring as much water on it as they can to try to keep the ship cool. That fireboat too that is doing that work on the side of the ship is doing a very good job at cooling things down, which makes the conditions on the ship a little bit more tenable for the firefighters. But there's a lot of discussion and a lot of back and forth on wanting to move those containers so that they can get to the seat of the fire, and that is something the command staff is not comfortable with right now.
Mike, and here's another thing, and I don't know if you know the answer to this, but does the port have crane operators at the ready all the time, or are they now perhaps getting a whole group of guys out there to start moving these containers?
Well, yeah, I mean, so in theory they would have to come up and they would be in these boxes, but you know, up here. But here's the other concern: all of these cranes had power on them at first, and now they're dark because of that explosion. So even if they could, or even if they wanted to, could they? Is there power to those cranes to move the containers if they had if they were to make that decision? Because all of these had lights on them at first, and they're all dark now because of that explosion that happened.
And here's another thing: it's those ships that provide power to the cranes, not the port to the cranes.
Yeah, or they are connected in some sense. It's likely shore power, what's called shore power. So the ship's not constantly running the engine, but if the explosion was enough to cause a surge or something like that, it may have knocked out the power to that whole area that it's sitting in right now. And of course, they're not going to try to re-energize it because whatever caused that explosion could still be an issue.
Being an electrical fire too, right?
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to keep an eye on this situation and bring you the very latest here throughout the hour on CBS LA at 8.
Now to a deadly home invasion in the Inland Empire. A Murrieta man fatally stabbed his wife in a desperate fight to survive. Tonight, she talks to our Zach Boedo about the harrowing experience in a story you'll see only on CBS LA.
I don't know how I'll survive this, actually. I really don't.
What happened?
Surviving an attacker and sitting down exclusively with CBS LA to tell her story, Cindy Polsgrove is recounting the moments she fought for her life.
Evil came to Murrieta and I...
George, can we hold it here?
Okay, let me take the video off.
Okay. Sorry, Jimmy, we got to keep up this orbit, but we'll come back around. I'll shoot that tight. You got it.
So they said at least. So this is kind of crazy because they said an explosion and supposedly 6 unaccounted people, 6 people missing. That's pretty wild.
Hey, both got you loud and clear.
You get a little news sticker on the bottom. Okay. Amazing. Doesn't have a car. He's gonna have to take the bus to come see me. Or an Uber. Really? Vibin', really? That's interesting.
Robert, this started earlier this evening. We have been flying over this, watching the active firefight from the ground and from the water for close to an hour now. I want to zoom in on where this firefight is now concentrated. You can see this stream of water being directed at these containers still on this ship. This is being directed from one of the fireboats here. That's from the city fire department. Even though they can't see active flames up here, what they're trying to do is to cool down the temperature just to make conditions on this ship, they say, a little bit more tenable. And that's because, again, 2 crew members, 2 people out of that 23-person crew, they are still on board. 6 people unaccounted for at this hour, 15 people evacuated. But no injuries confirmed. What we know about how this started is that it was some kind of electrical fire. People in the area did report hearing and feeling an explosion just before 8 p.m. That happened somewhere mid-deck, likely in this area where, if I zoom in just a little bit more, you can actually make out what looks like the orange glow of flames. Amazing. That breaking update. All crew members accounted for now.
Oh, they're accounted for now.
23-person crew on this 1,100-foot shipping vessel. This is called the One Henry Hudson. It was docked here when this happened, when this fire started earlier tonight. But again, what we know is it was some kind of electrical fire, started below deck, and then quickly spread to multiple levels of this ship, including the containers stacked above deck here. We don't know what's in the containers, what kind of cargo this ship was transporting, but we do know it was previously docked in Tokyo, and whatever is up here is still burning at this hour.
Okay, so everybody's accounted for now.
Yes, and that breaking update coming in just minutes ago, but yes, all 23 people who were on board the One Henry Hudson when this fire started, it sounds like they have all been accounted for. No injuries reported here.
That's good.
That is correct. It was last docked in Tokyo, and this ship was docked when the fire started.
Firefighters coming down.
Absolutely. I mean, the complexity of this port cannot be overstated. This is one of the largest ports in the area, and the Port of Long Beach has in fact been awarded as one of the best North American shipping ports several years in a row. So for something like this, an accident like this to happen, is pretty much unheard of here. I cannot remember the last time we covered something quite like this, but earlier this year, there was an incident where shipping containers toppled off of a different vessel. That happened at this same ports complex, and after that, we did see the berth where that happened being shut down for quite some time. So I imagine there is going to be an investigation here that stretches on for days or possibly weeks. And if they shut down this berth, this terminal, as that is ongoing, just think about what that's going to do to holiday shipping, to the entire supply chain.
That's all they care about is the supply chain product.
Yeah, there's definitely an ebb and flow here. We have seen this cloud of smoke lighten up and then get a little bit more dense, a little darker in color. So this has not been knocked down. Whatever is burning inside this ship is still burning.
Oh, it's still going.
But we're not seeing dark-colored smoke right now. And it looks like the firefighters on the south side of the ship here, their body language is a little bit more relaxed than what we saw earlier. But they are not being allowed inside the ship below deck because of the hazmat situation here. That's correct. We do not know what's burning. We do not know what kind of cargo is on this ship. All we know is they're trying to keep the temperature down, because for that fire, that electrical fire to spread from below deck to above deck and then through the stacks of these enclosed containers, think about how hot that fire must be. They do, Robert. They have the Port Police Department. They are here on scene. That's in addition to LAFD, the LA City Fire Department. They are the lead agency on this. They have, at last count, it was more than 120 firefighters. So they're on the ground. They are in the water. That is an LAFD fireboat over there directing that stream of water onto the containers on this vessel. They're up in the air as well, LAFD Air Ops. And then on top of that, Long Beach Fire Department, they came in very early on to help out, and Customs has been called as well. So multi-agency investigation and an ongoing firefight.
Okay. The whole ship might go down. Wait.
That's right. That's why they're attacking this from all sides. You see the ladder crews here on the ground, making sure the fire does not spread on this side. You see the fireboat on the north side of this ship, but for now it does look pretty contained to me. This has not spread to any other vessels. And then in addition to the shipping operations here, the Port of Long Beach has a complex rail system. And you might be able to see that as I widen out here, but this is where they unload many of those containers. And if any of this catches fire, again, you have to think about what that's going to do to the entire supply chain supporting this region. As this continues burning, I imagine they're going to send in more resources, not just from the LAFD, but the other agencies that we mentioned.
Timu price is about to rise again, yeah. What time was it? Okay, 11:47. Late night. I guess this chopper's leaving. I think is that KTLA? KTLA might be leaving. Yeah, KTLA is leaving. Fuego.
Copy that. Copy that. Still streaming.
Don't say nothing crazy. You're still streaming. Let's see what else do we have. I'm gonna try these different sound bites. I'm kind of curious. Are they any good? Copy. No. Something like chill, late night, relax. The song is cool, but it's a little intense. Damn, what the hell? Ruffles, I'm waiting for you. You say you're 10 minutes away. It's been 10 minutes, 15 minutes. 10 minutes away, come on. I have something special for you.
Stretch it a little bit more if we go
Okay.
to Long Beach instead back to Whiteman.
Okay, she said they have 30 minutes. I think it's the last station out there. 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Hey, sorry, Desk and Booth, you're stepping on each other. Stand by. Hey, Booth, sorry, what was that?
Oh, they muted the mic.
Hey, Booth, copy that. Bill, sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
What time does Long Beach close, George? Do you want me to look it up? Hey, Bill, George isn't sure. Let me look that up quickly. Stand by.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, are they leaving? They're leaving.
Hey, Bill, other pilot says it's probably about 10:30.
Matt is doing pretty good, thanks.
Yeah, I figured.
Damn. I'll do a quick check to see if there's any other feeds. I thought she said she had 30 minutes, but they.
George says better to go now. Pop back up.
Oh, okay. Maybe they'll come back. I don't know. Let me check Fox.
We're like a 10-minute flight, less than that from the airport. So yeah, 10 minutes to get there, 15-ish to refuel. Should be back over this by 9:30. Copy that.
So in 40 minutes. I did find a feed from Fox is out there right now too. Fox is out there. Oh, there we go. Any audio? Oh, no audio. No audio on either side, but Yeah, we covered that, Maria, in the last live stream. We covered or 2 live streams ago. I guess we've been busy today. Let's see. Mood has to be chill. It's like late night. It has to be chill. Give me like some crazy shit. Let's see. Nothing. What the hell? That's weird. The last feed is Fox. I think these people just shut down their stream. Let me switch it over. Hold on. I think Fox is the last one live. But they said they were going to come back, but it's going to be like 40 minutes or something before they come back. Kind of hungry, but it's bad because it's like late to eat. Maybe China did this. AXN, let me check. He's not live right now. Maybe later, but he's not live right now. Good guy.
What we do here is go back.
Back. Ah! Ooh. Wait, what happened? Oh. There we go. All this weird stuff.
Heart exclamation emoji. Heart exclamation emoji. Heart exclamation emoji.
Thank you, Lise. The end of times, man. I'm not feeling any of the songs. Oh. This is kind of weird. Ruffles, I'm waiting. Come on, man. You said you're 10 minutes away. Let's go, man. Only gonna take. Yeah, NBC I think is gonna come back. Tired of the same bullshit songs. YouTube, give me something else. What else do you have? This is YouTube's archive of music, so I'm going through it. Okay, that's kind of cool. Sounds kind of cool. Yeah, buddy. Whatever that says. Okay, title needs to update. I'll update the title. Man, it's an okay song. It's not that great. It's all like depressive shit. I don't want to hear depressing music. I mean, look at this thing is still smoldering, though. Look at all the water that they're throwing on this cargo ship. I can't believe I got 4K streaming working. It's incredible. The shit that I had to do, the MacGyvering that I had to do to overcome Comcast's shitty, horrible network and put Starlink on the roof. These people, there was a company that I reached out to, and they were like, "Oh yeah, mate, it's gonna be $1,600 to put on the roof." I was like, "No, I'm good." And because Starlink has free installation, but he was trying to tell me that like, oh, they cancel all the time and it's not reliable. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $1,600. I'm about to try to climb the roof myself. But the free people came and they put it on the roof. I mean, I had to push them a little bit because they're lazy. They didn't really, they didn't want to do the effort. But I'm like, no, just put it up there, please, man. So they did it. And so here we are, man. 4K streaming. Not at the highest quality that I would like to stream, but it's better than 1080. It's better, mate. Jeez. Wow. Oh, none of this music is any good. Maybe I need to change the genre. Christian and gospel. I don't know what to pick from this shit. Chill. Happy. Damn, I put happy and there's only 2 songs in the hip hop genre.
7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
crazy mother.
There's no happiness in hip hop. Got it. Rock. I don't know about rock. Nah, it's kind of gay. Scanner hull temperature at waterline. Really, 330 degrees? That's crazy. You have your Starlink laying in the yard? Really? I guess it's like facing north. So my Starlink, I bought a pole and I put it in the front of my house at first. And I was like, it wasn't bad. But Starlink, these people came out, some Latino people, they came out. So I noticed a lot of these people, if you don't push them, they don't even want to do their bare minimum. They don't want to do their job. And so he's like, oh, no, they just leave it right there. It's fine. They wanted to go home. No, motherfucker. And so they put up this ladder and they went pretty much close to the roof and they did it and that was cool. And I'm thinking because they were wearing, I think their badge said DirecTV. I'm thinking Starlink has some type of contract with DirecTV. So, but I'm really curious when Amazon comes with their own satellite, which is in the works. They have gigabyte plans. I can't wait till they can destroy Comcast and those other bullshit internet connections. Comcast is done when that happens. Oh no, are they leaving? Don't leave! Shit. When it's all said and done, I can't believe I was the one who picked it up and turned it out. I don't know how the lyrics, but they got the best of me. But I never saw the sun, but I never saw a long, long time ago. This music isn't gonna get you demonetized. No, it's YouTube approved music. It's YouTube's list. So, but I guess maybe that might be it. I don't know, unless they come back. Their scanner feed, Layla? Really? You're trying to keep me on. Let's see. Where? Let's see. Okay, maybe there is. Maybe there is. Let me listen.
Alarm 12814, Maxella. Rescue 104. Rescue 104, engine 104, difficult respiration, 8131, Laramie. One to repeat your message. Force 2 to the fall 2844 East 2nd Street.
I think this is the right one.
Rescue 60. We're unable to locate the unit number. Can you have the RP meet us downstairs?
Jojo. Oh shit.
Roger. Reporter B, apartment 114. We'll try to call back. Stand by.
Christmas music.
Roger.
There's a song that I really liked.
Metro engine 52, cancel engine 6.
Engine 6 cancel, let's continue. Last unit for option, low volume, say again.
From Marine Division, Intel 24 is overhead with a live stream. I sent you a link to your phone.
Live stream.
Okay, very good. I'm still waiting on information on the starboard side water lines.
I got all the water line readings.
No!
Yeah, Marine, I got all the water line readings and we're stable.
Let's see.
Rescue United 10 and copy full. Suppression group. Update on Walden, you're looking at fire spread sub 1, sub 4.
Much love. I think they all left. But let me see. CBS. Oh, Christmas. Oh, Christmas. Damn, I think that's it, man. Unless the other station comes back. That might be it. I don't know. I might have to make a new... I need to start getting Christmas stuff. Forget Thanksgiving. I need to... People love... I had this... Was it last year or the year before? I had a Santa Claus that was like going up and down this ladder. It was in the backdrop. People were like, oh my God, where can I buy that? They were sending me donations, all kinds of shit. I should have got some sponsorship from the company. People were buying the Santa. I don't know what I'm going to do this year. But I did make this intro I think it was last year or the year before. Home Alone, baby. Oh, it's not working. What is this? Oh, the music wasn't right. It was like low for some reason. I had a really cool intro. Let's see if I can find it, and then we can kill some time. If not, we'll call it a night. Bim bum bim bum bim 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 bim. Bim bum bim bim.
I'm not afraid anymore.
I'm not afraid.
Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
This was my Christmas intro, my special intro for you guys last time. You guys like that?
I'm not afraid anymore. Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
Oh yeah, man, I went all out last time for Christmas. Let me get out of this shit. Holy crap! I had the lights, everything, the decorations, the Christmas tree. I guess we'll see what we do this year. Maybe we'll have. I really cannot believe what I'm hearing. Oh, this was crazy. This guy. We'll have to do some fun streams. Maybe mix it up a little bit instead of like death and horror, and like depravity of society, right? Like just something else. I don't know. Let me just check the news stations and see if like I don't know. I feel like NBC said they were gonna come back. Let me just kind of double check. No. Let me look here. Well, we could always just come back if they come back. Let me see here.
Copy that.
No, yeah. That was the old link. Okay. It might be done for tonight, live streams, but, I don't know, because I don't know if the news station is going to have them come back or not. That could be it. But thankfully, those people are accounted for. But I don't know about the cargo on that ship. Savage, man. Shout out to you, man. If you're watching, shout out. Savage, I don't know if you saw. So the big thing with Twitter was that they were supposed to be releasing the account location, because there's a lot of bots in other countries in India, and they're over here, oh, America first, MAGA, blah, 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 and it's all bullshit. And so Twitter, or X, I should say, was going to release this thing where, okay, we're going to put your actual home location. And so what I saw tonight, apparently they're pausing that. I think Raw Alert said it. Let's see, Raw Alerts. Twitter would fall, would crumble, because all these people are bots and they're fake as hell. Not all of them. There's legit people, but I think Raw Alert said that they're pausing it now. At this time, X/Twitter has just paused the account location feature. We should put that out there, because there's a lot of these people stirring the pot and doing all kinds of shit. They're not even in this country. Somewhere else, monetizing off the drama and bullshit. Oh, yeah, I see your comment. I don't know. I hope they do that. I think it should be done. Put the location of the country, at least. That should be out there. Oh, thank you so much, Carolina. Oh, Carolina, yeah. Oh, yes! We need an end of time stream. Oh, my gosh. Classic. I used to do that all the time, and then I started getting strikes and stuff. But I learned, I guess, what you can't and can show. But we need to do an end of time stream. It's so much fun. It's basically like a compilation of just crazy shit.
Port where if you're going to have a shipboard fire you want to be in. The Los Angeles and Long Beach Fire Department, this is LA right here. This is in the port of LA. LA and Long Beach train. They actually go on board reserve ship.
All right. Fox. Wait, hold on.
New York City's future mayor self-described.
Oh. All right, I guess I'm going to call it a night. But thank you guys so much. Ruffles didn't show up tonight, unless he's going to be waiting for me till I fall asleep or something. Ruffles didn't show up. He said he knows where I live. He's 10 minutes from me. He's going to come and do all kinds of stuff to me. And so I don't know what happened with Ruffles. So I was waiting, because I was if you're going to do something, I figured you might as well do it on stream to prove the chat, Ruffles didn't come, though. What happened, Ruffles? Let me see here. Citizens. There's a live feed? How the fuck? Wait, what? All members accounted for an electrical fire on boat. There's a live feed. Somehow Layla found a live feed. Bro. What the hell? Hold on. That's wow.
Oh, don't alert them.
What the hell is that?
And check your text messages.
Cargo container fire.
Layla, how the hell did you pull this up? Where'd you get this from?
Sorry about the noise. I hope everybody's okay.
Now, from
Fire suppressed. Please be careful of your screen. We're on the catwalk, just between that breezeway.
Sounds like he has scanner too. Just nice.
Structural stability of these containers. I think we need to look at possibly relocating all these rigs that are on the starboard side. If these containers start to go, they're going to go that direction. Okay, roger that. And also, we have personnel on that side. Do we have listing? Yep, 2 hours and 30 minutes on the inside bar. Patience. But if those containers start to go, concerned about the rigs below and all the personnel down there. Yeah, roger that. Do we identify what those rigs are for me? 64s, 48s, 36s, 21s. All these rigs that are staged where the aerials are prone. Okay, roger that. Yeah, all companies on scene with apparatus on the starboard side midship. We need you to reassess and move your apparatus. We've been told there may be a danger of containers dropping down on your apparatus. If it's unsafe to get on there, move them, leave them be, but I'd like to get that going as soon as possible. All companies assess the placement of your apparatus. Boat 2, just a heads up, we are clear the collapse zone on the marine side. Agent 266 from the truck, can you call my cell phone? MFC from FC1, FC1 on scene. Ops Marine Division on 18. I sent you a couple of infrared images overhead. Roger. Fire suppression from Light Force 64 on tack. 64, go. Did you hear what Ops is asking us to do? They want us to move these apparatus. I have two 48 into 36 pumping hand lines and an improvised standpipe up of truck 64's aerial, and we're running bottles, empty and full, up and down these aerials. And also, this is your access and egress for your personnel on the ship. What would you like us to do? We're looking at long duration. We're not leaving anytime soon. We don't know the stability of these containers. I say that we start using 85 as our access, reestablish new lines up 85, and then you guys move your rigs. We don't know what point we're at, but we don't want to be in this position if it does start to collapse. We're going to have to shut down all hand lines and this improvised standpipe. You will be without water for several minutes. No, we can leave all those going and reestablish new lines up 85 aerial. Metro Light Force 2 at an 800. You're getting it aboard. Evac crew from inside. Yeah, hey 13, can you assess that whole situation with those rigs and the containers? I'm getting that from suppression group. I understand that it's going to tactically impact us, and I don't necessarily need to do that if we don't need to. If there's no danger, I don't want to move rigs just to move them. So can you assess that for me? Yeah, go ahead. You have Light Force 5 and G-Star 5 heading your way. you attach an additional 2 paramedic rescues to our incident.
Yay, that's so good news. Good news. All crew members are calling for him.
5391 Lancashire. Go. We're going to be back on scene here in about 2 minutes. Intel 24 is on scene. They've started their scan. And it's my understanding that you guys already have a downlink link in your Google chat group. That's correct? Yeah, last part of your message was broken. I copy that we got intel in here. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm you guys have access, or you're going to have access to the data once they download it to you guys. My understanding is that you've got a link in your Google chat group. Okay, we'll spool that up, yes. Thank you.
Hello, Google.
Go for EMS 1. We have the chief over here at the command post. And then on the other side, there's a bus that had the 17 individuals. Roger, I'm making my way over there right now.
Yeah, so doesn't it look like the fire got like worse or something, or it's increased? Because I feel like in the helicopters it didn't look that bad. From this live feed,
All those lights
it
on
looks
top. Those
bad.
aren't, that's not the fire. The fire is inside the ship. So.
Yeah, this guy's live right now.
From O2.
Stu's back? Okay, I'll take a look.
O2, go. Yeah, fire suppression from O2. We're suggesting we reposition our boat so we can get a better angle on the bulk of the fire, which now looks like it's at the center in between the port and starboard side, where your hand lines are going. But your hand lines are very ineffective at this point.
I don't see
We
that
need you guys
Stu's
to
live.
reposition those firefighters so that we can get ourselves and our line in the correct position. Roger. Our hand lines are effective, so you just back them out, and you guys are going to take over the main firefight. That's my suggestion. It's your decision, but we would be better.
ABC 7? Okay,
to do
thanks,
that.
Layla. Let me check it out.
Vice President, we suggest is keeping a lookout there. We'll move ourselves over if you give us the green light, and then we could see how effective our lines are. Roger. Let me know when they're out of the way. Yeah, stand by until I give you the green light. Standing by.
From the scene after an Indian combat plane.
Arriving on the scene, we haven't given a assignment yet. I'm not sure if we're here to relieve other USAR companies or fire suppression. Where's the command post? You're just in the staging now. My AO's out there. He'll guide you where to park. Drones were unaware. Do not have them. Do not launch. No drone. Engine 112 from suppression. So from safety, the drone operator has been made aware the drone is down 10 feet off the ground, and let us know when they're able to launch it for what they need to do. And the drone is now on the asphalt. Okay, stand by. Back out from our location, and then so they can take over the main firefight. What are your conditions? Are you making any progress?
Why is it dark all of a sudden over there?
6 to the 6, 5414 South Center. Within the confines of the ship, bow to stern, and advise when they're down. Alright, copy all. Thank you. Metro from Light Force 2, which is fired am I getting? You're getting uniform. Copy.
The best shot I can get, guys. I can't get any closer.
Play for 20. gas staging. Hey, I see from Light 466. Light 466 is running staging again. I'll give you a rundown right now. I got Light Force 10, Light Force 26, engine 79, engine 20, hazmat 95, Light Force 5, and U-Star 5.
I just refreshed it. This is the newest page here. There's a lot of smoke. I mean, it's white.
Good. Gray is bad. I don't think the ship is going nowhere.
Huh?
San Pedro. San Pedro 4. Port of LA. Port of Los Angeles. Smoke. Oh, Fox is back up there. Oh, they got a ground view. Okay, hold on. Might be a news hit though. Let me see. Oh, there's no audio. Okay. Fox has a ground view as well. I know, Layla. Damn, it's 12:30. I need to go to bed. How's there no audio? Oh.
A building. It is that big. And then you can see the fire, the hoses kind of coming out to douse whatever flames they can. They're really fighting this thing hard. So, it's hard to tell. We're kind of across the channel here. We're a little ways away. You can't get close to where this ship is. That is at the port, and there's kind of a base there. You have to go through security. They're not letting anybody through. So you really can't get to it from that side. This is the closest that we can get. And so, there's still a lot that we need to learn here. We need to learn more about how this started, exactly what's on the ship, and what they're planning on doing. Also, how bad this fire is. We don't know if it's multiple levels of the ship, if it's just affecting. We just need more information. We're being told that that authorities, the LA County or the fire department, is going to set up some sort of a media staging area where they're going to give us some official updates. We have yet to hear exactly where that staging area is, but again, we're hoping to get more information soon. But the good news tonight: all crew members who were on board, they have been accounted for. Everybody is safe. No one was injured, but they still got quite a fight ahead of them. Phil?
All right, Chelsea Edwards reporting live from the Port of Los Angeles. We'll be going back to you, I'm sure, when you join us on the Fox 11 News at 10. Thank you for that. More breaking news tonight. This is a 4-alarm fire in Rialto. It was at an apartment complex in the 1000 block of Cactus Ave. All 16 units damaged or destroyed. Flames coming from the roof that spread through the attic. No injuries, fortunately, there. The Red Cross.
Chopper, yeah, here's some helicopters. Oh. Oh. Shit. He got off. But we do have
Until
this live
noon
feed
on Monday, Star. That is a long time for that.
Oh, they got off.
But it's something to be concerned about. I don't know.
Okay, let me take a look a little bit and see. Hey. Let me take a little bit look and see. Channel 5 went airborne. And they are live. Who's Channel 5? Is that KTLA? Who's Channel 5? I don't know. Or is that Fox? Let's try Fox. Fox 11, KTLA. KTLA? Maybe it's like a special link. Let me try, hold on. KTLA cargo. NBC, they said NBC. Okay, let's try NBC. NBC. Cargo ship. No live though. Let me try. Watch 24/7. Yeah, I don't see any of them live either. I'll do another check. Let me do another round and see. Fox. Marjorie.
He was elected Make America Great Again platform, but tonight she's accusing President Trump of turning on her because she criticized him on things like the release of the Epstein files. He called her, in fact, a traitor and vowed to back a primary challenger. All right, ahead of the busiest holiday travel period of the year, air traffic controllers and technicians who worked every day of that 43-day government shutdown without pay are being given $10,000 cash bonuses. Fox Mike's Emmanuel has the story.
Airports across the country are already in the throes of the Thanksgiving holiday period travel crush. In Atlanta Friday, officials project more than 4 million people will fly between now and December 2nd.
It's the Super Bowl period for the airports.
But it wasn't until just this past Monday when the FAA and TSA fully staffed back up. After staffing
Refresh this. That might be it for tonight. That could be it. I'm looking right now.
Christmas flights. It also didn't help that flight restrictions had also been temporarily put into place across
Fox, ABC, CBS. Oh, CBS.
And Thanksgiving.
Oh, hola. Why did I do this to myself? Oh, no, it's just a clip. Okay. I thought it was a live feed. Use it. No, Layla, no. No, absolutely not.
City of LA, baby.
City of Compton. There's a standoff. I don't know. I should try to go to bed. But I don't know. I could do this too.
This has been going on for a little less than an hour now, guys. I'd say about 45 minutes or so.
Oh, let me show you guys. Oh, he got off. Maybe they cut him off. I don't know. Damn.
1 minute, 18 seconds.
Yeah, maybe they got him. That might be it for tonight. I'm going to do another sweep. And see. Hey, I said, hey. Yeah, I got your money. Okay, ABC. I checked Fox. Let me check KTLA again. No, they're all worried about the weather. Okay. And then CBS, NBC after that.
Did in solid gold, sterling.
Yeah, I think that's it for now. I think it's safe for now. Call it a night. There's one other thing I wanted to do. Oh, they're going somewhere else. Channel 4 is going somewhere else. Okay. Let me check one more link. Yeah, they're going somewhere else. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm going to get some rest. I don't really have obligations tomorrow. I have to be up and do one thing that's like really quick, and that's it. And then I'll be available the whole day to stream if anything pops up, breaking news. But I guess it's probably, we can call it a night, I think. And we'll try to update everything tomorrow. The 15 minutes. You guys are trying to keep me. Oh, shit. I think they're done. There's people that are chat. Maybe I could look up the helicopters in Los Angeles. That one lady said she was going to come back, and that was already way past the time. They probably put her on something else. What chopper is this? Oh, military. Los Angeles Fire Department. Damn, man. Let me refresh this guy's page, see if anything pops up here. Maybe he came back. Damn, now they took him out. They must have taken him out. And then let me check one more time. Again, the Citizens link. No, they didn't come back yet. They're done. Citizens is gone.
This tree is a 53-foot red fir from the Humboldt-Tyabe National.
Man, we need to just go to bed. Where are you guys at? You're on the East Coast? It's 1 a.m. You should be sleeping. Past bedtime. Oh, Fox got on. You mother... Oh, no, they're okay. I thought they were showing something. It's an old video. It's an old live stream. They're not doing anything, I guess. Hold on. Where's that at?
Southbound 55, copy that.
Hey, where'd that come from?
Thanks for being...
Wait, what the hell?
Southbound 55, George. So we'll make a right turn. Southbound 55.
Oh. But they're going somewhere else, though. They're not going to... The homies went to bed. They call it a night. Oh, you work in third shift. Damn. North Carolina, 12:49. UK, 5:49 a.m. 3:50 p.m. Saturday. That's crazy. No, don't say there's a chase. Damn, they said Justin, at least 5 people shot after 300 teens started rioting following Chicago's Christmas tree lighting ceremony. There is something wrong with these kids, man. There really is. Oh, damn it. I closed it out. Open it again. Colin posted it. Something's wrong with these kids, man. Colin. Wow.
Yep. This time, look at him. He done pulled the gun out.
No, Layla, are you kidding me?
Take a look now. This is actually moments after this happened. You see, look at that. The people
look at these
responding to the sound of gunshots right there. People scrambling, running, ducking, going down into the subway. That is the east side of State Street, as you can see. And moments later, police officers, dozens of them, coming down south on State Street in front of the Chicago Theater, running towards the sound of those gunshots. This is right, that Walgreens right there. That's where we saw at least one person had been shot. They were on the ground on the sidewalk. Again, that's the moment right there. We've got this on a little bit of a loop. And another person who was shot that we had seen was on the ground in the northbound lanes of State Street, just in front of that Walgreens. So we have obviously a very much a breaking situation. This happening about a half an hour ago, 10 minutes to the top of the hour, just before our newscast, and we were preparing to go on air, obviously, with all the pomp and circumstance of the Holiday Lights Festival, all of it starting up, the lighting of the tree downtown at Millennium Park. And
hey, desk, I got it. I got the ground units behind it. Southbound down to 55.
Oh, shit, you guys weren't not lying?
Playing over this as
so
well.
It might be a chase? Yo.
You got it, George? 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Let me see. I haven't seen anybody on Twitter post it.
Westbound 22. Westbound 22 from the southbound 55.
We start another stream or just leave it?
Yeah, CHP on the purple. I got it up on scanner 1.
Maybe just leave it.
Yeah, I got eyes on it. We're 4 minutes out. Westbound 22 from the southbound 55. I got it up on scanner 1. It's like 2 o'clock, George.
Okay, I guess we're going somewhere. If I would have went to bed, I wouldn't have gotten back up. I would have said fuck it.
22 from the 55.
It was good. I just stayed here. I wouldn't have got back up. I would have just stayed in bed. Yeah, now that they're saying, yeah, pursuit, stolen vehicle. I might have some scanner audio to pull it up. Scanner.
They got about 20 minutes left to fuel.
No. Come on, man.
Or just behind you.
Whoa.
Last place I saw guys was underneath that big tree, second house east of Gramercy, north side of the street. He was running northbound like into one of those yards.
Was he out of the car already?
40 back, I mean.
Made it to the 22 through the 5. It's 1 o'clock, George, south of us.
There's the improvement set. 18, if I can get units mid-block on 4-1 drive and 4-1 place will be set. Air 18 is question pro. Units mid-block on 41st drive and 41st place.
I got it. There we go.
Just a description again. Was a male, he had a white shirt on and like pink or peach colored pants. What's the lasting direction?
3 o'clock.
Northbound underneath that big tree. So 2 properties east of Gramercy, we're running northbound.
Background unit just pulled over.
Suspect was last seen underneath the big tree. 41 Street, guys, so north of 41 Drive. Eric. Hey, airship, you look tight. Say that again. The perimeter look tight. You need another unit mid block. Corner's covered. I just need, yeah, 1 unit mid block on 41. I got a unit mid block on 41 Street. I need 1 mid block on 41 Drive, and you'll be set.
Oh, Chasing Reality has it?
Nice. Roger. Let me pick a good spot for my TV.
Yeah, it's west of us on the 22.
Airship, do you also want a unit on Gramercy mid-block to cover the alley?
22 in Euclid.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, on the east side, I've got a unit covering the alley. I didn't even... Yeah, and covering that alley there as well.
Okay,
Thanks, guys.
We're a little too far south, George. It's along the 22, not the 5.
They lost it.
Got it. Got it.
Ooh, that's the vehicle? The white car?
Yeah, this is it. It's the white sedan. Is that a Tesla? Yeah. Westbound 22 at Euclid. White Tesla. Copy that.
Hey, guys, your perimeter set, do you want to switch over to attack, or you want to work this on simplex? George 40, just hopefully get the roll.
Westbound 22.
Hey, Sarge, you're coming in real broken. Can you say again? 1220, or perimeter set. Control them, get attack position.
JP from the
Stand by impact.
And L20, my CP is going to be on St. Andrews, just south of 41 Drive.
There it is.
CP is St. Andrews, south 41.
Good to go.
My unit that was mid-block on 41 Drive, if I can get a unit to take mid-block 41 Drive for me.
Yeah, George, westbound 22. Hey, Dusk, are we
Hi,
streaming
unit
this
South
yet?
Zero Tech, 2 channel 30 is restricted to 77. Refrain from broadcasting on South Zero Tech, 2
Hey, those
channel
of you
30.
streaming with us, this is Julia Dang up in News Chopper 4. We had a
Julia.
high-speed
I thought it was Juliana
CHP
for a second.
pursuit. This is westbound on the 22, speeding through Garden Grove right now. We caught up with this right as it was passing the 5. It was eastbound on the 91 before turning, and initially it was Anaheim Police overheaded their airship. There's now a CHP plane over this. In addition to a number of ground units, let me widen out here, show you just how many black and whites are chasing this white sedan. Unclear what the want is, but you see the flashing lights inside that car. Looks like there might be a passenger, but no confirmation as to how many people are in that vehicle. Again, currently being pursued westbound on the 22. And let's see what this driver is doing. They might be exiting here.
Oh, sharp left.
Yeah, getting off the 22 now. Map is showing Trask Avenue still in Garden Grove. Speeding along city streets now. Unclear what this driver's destination might be. This pursuit suspect still unclear, too, what this driver is wanted for. But this started quite some time ago. It's been on a number of freeways now, and there was some question as to whether this driver was going to take the 5, but he or she stayed committed to the 22, went westbound until exiting just now. You saw that car getting off at Trask Avenue. I think it might have blown a red light. You see it speeding down Magnolia Street now. Unclear where they are headed. Might just be trying to shake CHP. Multiple ground units tailing this white sedan. And you see that spotlight. That's coming from overhead. There is a CHP plane over this. Anaheim PD initially had their helicopter following this as well.
Ooh, traffic over here, though. What are they going to do? Okay, let's go around, I guess.
I'm seeing a road closure over here, but this driver just disregarding that completely, blowing through this intersection, zooming past other traffic. CHP black and whites in hot pursuit here. Looks like there might be some road work. Hopefully there are no workers out there. Yeah, but you see this
I wonder if he's trying to pit. Is he going to do a pit?
Closer. Let me see if they
pit maneuver?
Might do a pit maneuver. We're hearing on the scanner that's been authorized at
he's
this
taking
point
off,
to
though. He's
stop
picked
this
up on
pursuit
speed.
suspect. But they might be going a little bit too fast for that to be done safely. And you see the other drivers on the road here.
Get it. There's nobody else there.
Magnolia
Come on.
Street here in Westminster.
Be aggressive.
But they're definitely closing that gap. Let me go in tighter.
You can't pussyfoot this.
Think you're up to do that.
Accelerate and
here
sideswipe
to
him.
Stop
Let's go.
this
Come on.
pursuit safely.
Damn.
Yeah, with these other drivers on this stretch of Magnolia, a pit maneuver might not be possible, but there might be chatter too about setting up spike strips to get this driver to stop. And the tricky thing with these EVs, running out of fuel is not a concern. So this has been going on for at least half an hour now.
This guy that's attempting to do a pit, I don't know what he's doing. If he does try to pit, I think he's going to fail. I mean, I could be wrong, but he's just way too, docile and takes way too long to advance on him.
Yeah, and this driver just determined to get away. I can't quite tell from this angle if there is a passenger in there.
Take a turn.
And again, unclear what the one is, but CHP closing the gap as this driver makes a right turn onto Natoma Avenue off of Magnolia.
Yeah, he's hauling ass.
And we're getting some new information out from the desk. Apparently the initial want here, before failure to yield, of course, was reckless driving. This driver went through, reportedly, a freeway closure. And you saw they were blowing through that stop sign. CHP still behind it in hot pursuit. They've got airships over this as well. You see that spotlight from overhead. He's now speeding through this residential area. You see these other cars parked out along these driveways. I don't believe a pit maneuver is going to be safe here with so many other cars and possibly foot traffic too. So I don't know what the game plan is. I don't know where this driver is leading the CHP units, but 2-3 units right on this white sedan's tail as he makes a left turn now onto Whitley and then a right turn onto Newland, disregarding not just stop signs and closures, but lane markings here. Slowing down a little bit. Let's see if this
guy's
driver
not the guy to do a pit maneuver. That cop right there.
Pull over. Now
He's
coming
scared.
up on traffic.
They need to sub him out for somebody else.
Newland and Bolsa going right through this intersection, not making a turn here.
Maybe he's training. Maybe he's new.
And again, that new information, the initial want here, before Anaheim police had their helicopter following this driver. Initial want was reckless driving. Yeah, certainly seen a bit of that here as...
Wow, now's your time. Oh my God.
Circling this residential area.
Get this guy out of there. Put somebody else. Swap him out.
She might be familiar with this area.
Oh my gosh.
And where this
ridiculous. Get him out of there. Look at this guy. I don't know.
Left turn now with
maybe he's not trying to pit maneuver there.
Are right next to the suspect.
Maybe he's not trying to pit maneuver.
That could have been a close call, but fortunately they both slowed down. Haven't seen too many near misses here, but definitely seen that reckless driving that led CHP to pursue this white sedan. And again, it was westbound on the 91. It started in Anaheim Hills when we first heard about this, before turning south on the 55 and then west on the 22. So at least 3 freeways now this driver has led CHP on during this pursuit. And just pausing momentarily at that stop sign. And actually making that left turn now from the correct lane. But back on Newland Street, we were just here a moment ago. Not sure what the game plan is, not sure where this driver might be headed. Veering into that left turn lane now. Let's see if this driver actually makes that turn. Yeah, and it's on a green light. I think CHP had an opportunity there to attempt a pit maneuver if they wanted. They did not go for it. They might be doing that now as this driver continues turning, creating these opportunities for CHP.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that guy's new at that. Maybe he's not experienced at that.
But they have been authorized.
He's had a lot of opportunities.
Probably the safest place to do it in one of those intersections where you don't see all of these parked cars.
Look at this shit. Who's he parking at Mama's house? Where did he go?
Is that a driveway? No, turning into an alley.
Is it Mama's house?
No, turning into a driveway.
Yeah.
I don't know if this driver is going to hop out and try and make a run for it, but he has just boxed himself in.
It's literally like the same car next to you, right? It's 2 Teslas?
This is a bizarre ending to a pursuit that's gone on through
now we're here for 3 or 5 hours
and
now?
a number of city streets now.
10 hours standoff?
But this driver just parked in a driveway in front of this garage next to another white Tesla.
Wow, he's casually getting out.
Opening, driver getting out.
Is he going to go inside the house, or is he giving up?
One hand up, holding what looks like a sweatshirt in his other hand. 2 hands up now. I think he might have led CHP home, and he's now surrendering, likely in front of his own garage.
Twitter. guess they muted it.
Force of that collapsing tree.
And bear with us here as we reposition. You saw the other helicopters flying through the shot. There's a lot of air traffic over this, and you see the massive CHP response on the ground as well after this pursuit driver who started westbound on the 91 in Anaheim Hills, went down the 55, westbound on the 22, and then exited in Garden Grove before leading CHP here to a house in Midway City. He's now standing next to this white Tesla. He's got his hands up, and he is walking toward officers preparing to give it up. I did not see this coming after the desperate driving we saw. Looked like he was really trying to get away, but here he is giving it up after this chase started over reckless driving.
Maybe his mother called him Fousey. Yeah. Nah, that can't be. That's not Fousey, right? No, man. Nah, don't say that, dude. No way. Imagine. That'd be crazy. No.
Yeah, and it looks like this is ending peacefully, ending safely as they take this driver into custody. No. We are headed back to breaking news in Long Beach. So, thank you for streaming with us. We'll be right back.
No. Fousey, I think he got himself back on track. He's like working out. He won some type of championship. He colored his skin brown. He has like this artificial brown skin stuff now. Yeah, I think that's it. Yo, that would be crazy. You want to see one? I mean, he has the body type for Fousey, and the brown skin tan, spray tan. He does have that. He does have the body type. And doesn't Fousey drive a Tesla too? I thought he had a Tesla. He does have a Tesla or something. Timu Tan. I don't know. I don't think that's Fousey though. He does have the almost similar body type. He'd have to take off the hat though. I'd have to see if he's bald under that hat. All right. I'm going to go to sleep, man. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a roller coaster. We'll see tomorrow if I can update things and whatever. All right. Good night. I'm not looking at any more links, no more live streams, no more this, no more that. I'm going to bed. All right. Good night. Adios. Bloop, bloop. Layla.